Well, welcome back to Sacramento Smooth Jazz. This is Clear Talk, the financial series here on Sacramento Smooth Jazz, where we take a brief pause from the music to bring you clear, useful conversations about money and retirement, insurance, and financial peace of mind. That's the bottom line. And today I am joined yet again by Mr. John Nunes of Fortis Insurance Solutions. And as you know, he is our in-house financial expert, and he brings 28 years of experience helping people just like you make sense of important financial decisions. And as always, our goal and purpose is the same every single time. We're here to bring you no hype, no pressure, and no financial noise or jargon. Just straight, thoughtful conversation designed to help you feel informed, comfortable, and more confident about your financial road ahead. John, welcome back, man. It's always great to have you here on Clear Talk on Sacramento Smooth Jazz. What's going on today?
Everything's going fantastic. Every time we do these segments, I get really excited about it.
Yeah, me too, because you're benefiting a lot of people. People are contacting you and you're helping them out. And that really is really great. Now, over the last few Clear Talk segments, we've talked about why a 401k is not a complete retirement plan. We talked about what a 401k is and what it's not. We talked about also the retirement gap. And then we also discussed how annuities may fit when someone needs protected income. So today, let's take this next step, all right? You have said not every dollar needs the same job. I recall you saying that. That was a very, very good point. What do you mean by that?
Well, Michael, what I do mean is this. When you're looking at retirement planning, it's not just about forcing every dollar into the same bucket. That's a mistake that a lot of people make. Different dollars have different jobs. Now, some dollars do need to create income, and some do need to stay liquid. Some need growth potential, and some need protection. And some may even be used for legacy, taxes, or even future leverage. Now, the mistake that many people make is they expect one account, and it's usually their 401k, to do every job at the same time. That is where the confusion starts. Now, a retirement income blueprint will give each dollar a clear purpose.
Yeah, purpose is what's needed for sure. So why is it a problem when people expect one account just to handle everything?
Well, the one thing that you don't want to have happen is to have one account become overloaded. Now, think about it this way. Now, if someone expects their 401k to grow, create income, survive market downturns, stay liquid for emergencies, handle taxes, protect the family, and last for life, and really, that's a lot of pressure on one account. Now, like we said earlier, 401k can be useful for accumulation, but it's not designed to answer every retirement question by itself. Now, that doesn't make it bad. It just simply means that the account needs to be coordinated with a broader strategy.
Yeah, I agree. Coordinated, key word, with a broader strategy, something bigger. So what are the main jobs retirement dollars need to perform?
Well, the first thing I would do is put them into a few simple categories. First, obviously, is the income dollars. Now, that's money that needs to help replace the paycheck. Second is liquidity dollars, and that's money that needs to be accessible for emergencies or opportunities that may arise. Third, there's the growth dollars, and that's money that can remain positioned for future potential. Fourth is what I call protection dollars. And this is money or strategies that help protect the family if life does change. And the fifth one here is all about tax efficiency dollars. And what that is that's money that is structured with tax consequences in mind. And lastly, legacy dollars. A lot of people don't think about that, but that's intended for family, charity, or even a future purpose. So whenever these jobs are clear, the plan becomes much easier to understand.
Well, let's do this. Let's start with the income dollars. Why is that the first job people should identify?
Well, because retirement is not lived as an account balance, and we've stated this before. Retirement is lived as monthly income. Now, when the paycheck stops, the bills are still going to keep coming. So the first question is not simply, how much did I save? The better question is, which dollars are responsible for creating income that I can count on? That may include things like Social Security, pensions, annuities, retirement account withdrawals, or other sources. But the point is to identify the income job clearly. Now, if the income job is not assigned, what's going to happen is the retiree may be left guessing month after month.
You also mentioned liquidity and growth. How do those fit?
Well, this is a very important point here, Michael, because not every dollar should be locked into an income strategy. Now, some money does need to remain accessible. Life still happens in retirement. You're going to have repairs, medical expense, family needs, opportunities may come up, or even unexpected cost. Now, that's the liquidity job. Now, at the same time, money may still need to have growth potential because your retirement could last 20, 25, even 30 years. So the goal here is not to choose income or liquidity or growth. The goal is to decide how much money should you assign for each job, and that's what's going to create balance.
So does this help explain where different tools like annuities, life insurance, and retirement accounts may fit?
Exactly. The tool should match the job. For example, a 401k or an IRA may be a part of the growth and the accumulation conversation. An annuity may fit when a portion of money is needed to create what we call protected income, depending on the person and the contract. Index universal life, which we always talk about the IUL, or the participating whole life may fit when protection, cash value, liquidity, tax advantaged access, or private capital control are part of the strategy. But the product is not the starting point. The job is the starting point. So once you know the job, then you can decide which tool may be appropriate.
And it's definitely important to work with someone such as yourself who understands how tools should be used, or which tools should be used, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking with President and CEO of Fortis Insurance Solutions, Mr. John Nunes. He is our guest yet again for our Clear Talk Financial Series segment, where we bring some insight, some understanding, some clear talk to help you make some good financial decisions. Now, John, everything we talked about today, how does this connect to the Fortis Legacy Diamond approach you speak about?
Well, the Fortis Legacy Diamond is built around protect, retire, bank, and leverage. Now, those are really four major jobs inside a complete financial system. Now, protect is going to ask, what happens if life changes? Retire asks, where does income come from? Bank asks, where do liquidity and control come from? And then leverage asks, how can capital be used more strategically? Now, when people are looking only at one account, they often miss the bigger picture. Now, what the diamond does, it's going to help you organize the plan so each tool has a purpose and each dollar has a job.
Nice. So if someone's listening, realizing they may have accounts, but they have never assigned jobs to their money, which most people haven't, what should they do?
You always got to start with clarity. Don't cancel anything. Don't move any money blindly. And don't buy a product just because it sounds good. What you need to do is you got to build the blueprint first. So ask yourself, which dollars are for income? Which dollars are for liquidity? Which dollars are for growth? Which dollars are for protection, tax efficiency, legacy, or leverage? Now, with us here at Fortis Insurance Solutions, we're going to help people look at these different pieces that they already have, and we're going to help them organize it into a coordinated retirement income blueprint. Because the goal here isn't just to have money saved. And that's the biggest mistake people always say is, I got money saved. But our goal is to know exactly where each dollar is supposed to do when retirement begins.
You know, one thing about you, John, is that you always provide some tools, multiple tools for a project. You can't build a house with a screwdriver by itself. You got to have multiple tools and multiple things going on. And you definitely bring that. And I love the fact that you don't speak of a one-size-fits-all strategy. And you definitely don't bring on 20 or 30-year-old phrases that just don't work anymore. I'm glad that you're current, you're up to date on your strategies and how you do business. And I'm thankful that you're working with us. How can listeners reach out to you?
Well, they can reach me directly at my office. My number is 800-900-3150. That's 800-900-3150.
John Nunes, Fortis Insurance Solutions, with another segment here on Sacramento Smooth Jazz, Clear Talk. I'm Michael Andrews. Thank you, John.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
Let's get back to the music. This is Sacramento Smooth Jazz, your escape from the noise.